Ah, Italy. The food, the culture, the butter, the bean. Such a cornucopia of delights, it's no wonder people from all over the globe wish to take part in this ancient culture. But did you know that some people don't like you coming into their countries? Italy's anti-immigration policies have arguably been more pronounced than any other European country in recent years. Wind back to 2017, and both Geert Wilders and Marine Le Pen had lost elections, with the AfD first rearing its head electorally and Lega Nord truly becoming an electoral force in Italian politics. Fast forward to 2024, and while these parties have gained momentum along with Mr. Wilders' recent triumph, it is Lega Nord, in coalition with Giorgia Meloni's Brothers of Italy, that is the only party that holds top office so far. Gianluca Buonanno was part of the growing anti-immigration movement within European politics. He's part of what one might call the New European Right, a series of loosely connected parties including the Italian right-wing coalition, National Rally, formerly Le Front National, and Germany's Alternative for Deutschland, that want Europeans to come together to stop Europeans coming together. They're anti-EU, anti-immigration, and not much else, at least when it comes to a consistency in views between them. Okay, so I may be being unkind here, so let's give the devil his due. In the closest year we have data for, Italy has the third largest number of what is termed irregular migration, the technical term for them fellas that land without passports. As of 2023, this is beaten by Bulgaria and followed by Greece. But don't worry, we'll get to Greece in another video. You better believe we're going to get to you! Sorry. This has caused what some might call a fucking disaster in the southern parts of the old boot. Last year, 1,200 people arrived in one day. The 350-capacity immigration centre in Lampedusa, a southern island, is routinely overwhelmed, with 1,184 people at its peak. The Northern Africa to Italy sea route for migrants and refugees seeking to get to Europe has been described as the deadliest on Earth by the International Organization for Migration, which has recorded 25,000 deaths since 2014, a number which certainly shocked me when I first read it. Italy has the widest regional gap in economic prosperity in the EU, with the rich north and poor south, ensuring that what is easily the part of Italy least equipped to deal with the problem is the part dealing with it. In September 2016, European countries agreed to relocate 160,000 refugees from Italy and Greece, to help ease the heavy loads that these two countries carry. In the end, only 4,000 were displaced. And this is where our hero comes in. Guancale Balsamico bravely planted his flag in the middle of the storm and said enough is enough. He was actually a mayor and MEP for this part of Italy. But never mind that, he has a point! Italy has never had migration before, and they've never sent their people anywhere, and when they have, they've always been model citizens. Anyway, Guancale Benito is not afraid to use visual aid in his presentation, and oh boy, does this guy love a prop. Cue the funny Italian music! No prizes for guessing where he sits on this spectrum then. If you're wondering what Graziano's policy platform is, well that about sums it up. Look, he's even been helpful enough to put it in Arabic. What a nice guy. Actually, when I said he had one policy platform, I may have misspoken. It's not just those outside Fortress Europe he has a problem with. He has a problem with some of us born inside it too. This is a direct quote. If a gay person approaches me, does some flirting, and he pisses me off, I kick him in the balls. I'm not sure you, have to worry about that, old chap. But that's not the only thing he has to say about gentlemen of homosexual persuasion. During September 2014, Buonanno declared, in Borgo Sesia, there may be a dozen gay people, but they may have increased. I would prefer to register and identify them all. If they ask me to celebrate a gay wedding in the town where I am mayor, I'd say it's better for them to get involuntary treatment. At most, I would offer gays bananas or fennel salad? Oh. But guys, listen, Gino Bruschetta is right. There must be gays everywhere in Italy, because this is a political advertisement for his party, and whatever's going on here doesn't look very straight to me. Maybe this is just how you ask for fennel salad in Italy. Actually, this was not the worst of Mr. Biscotti's statements, some of which are too odious for common decency, let alone YouTube. In April 2014, Giovanni Bellini waved a sea bass in Parliament, arguing that pensioners cannot afford it, unlike immigrants, who are kept in luxury hotels, inviting the then President of the Chamber of Deputies to eat it. Okay, that's kind of funny. With handcuffs, a giant fork, bubbles, and wearing whatever this is, honestly the jokes write themselves. Here's him in a Merkel mask messing with Gianluca. Here's him in a burqa. This is an advert of his, and if you've ever seen Italian political advertisements, you'll know that this is uncharacteristically tame. One thing that isn't tame, though, is him in blackface. Seems he's quite proud of this one. Well, that one was a bit... Well, let's just play the bubble footage again. Is he still... let's move on. When he was mayor of Borgosesia, he offered money to those in his town who lost weight. Yeah, good luck with that one. Here's him trying to get in a fight with protesters. An elected official, ladies and gentlemen. So, the pistol. Our American viewers may not find this strange, but in Europe we tend not to turn off our televisions with a 6-shooter. It was something about subsidised guns, which way to make gun liberalisation palatable to Europeans, turn it into an expensive government programme. He is in fact quite fond of guns, it seems. In 2015, Gucci Brioni also said, "Romanis are the scum of society." He was then sued by 2 different humane societies and ordered to pay €6,000 each. Later that year, he was barred from Parliament for 10 days and fined $3,000 for doing a Nazi salute with this jaunty little fellow, Janis Korwin-Mikke, who, yes, I will be doing a video on in the future. For now, suffice to say, this kind of trolling has been going on this side of the pond for a while. And that's the last we heard of Giuseppe, as his story has run its course, because he died in a car crash in 2016. Well, you thought I was going to make a joke about that. Okay, we've all had fun laughing at the silly man, but politicians like Buonanno don't come from nowhere. Someone had to vote him in, and if you ask the man on the street, he may well tell you that there are indeed issues with immigration in the south of Italy. A 2018 Pew Research poll found that the 71% majority of Italians wanted fewer immigrants to be allowed into the country. A 2019 YouGov poll found that 53% thought authorities should not accept refugees from conflict areas. If you want something more recent, in 2023, 77% of Italians thought that the current immigration influx was too high, in a YouGov poll published in La Repubblica. Like it or not, this is what the people have voted for. Now you might be tempted to say that this is down to mouth breathers and their xenophobia, and well, maybe. However, when migrant boats come across European waters, the first safe port they come across must let them in by European law. A quick look at the map shows that's very convenient for these countries in yellow, that also happen to have more resources to deal with issues like integration, and not so convenient for the sunny part of the map, which has been in the toilet economically since Greece told a little fib about their finances and the Eurozone crisis started. So if you are one of those city-dwelling, enlightened, open-armed European liberals we hear so much about, I have a small request. Perhaps ask why people vote for your Salvinis or your Le Pens, and consider that these people may have problems that shut up and think the way I think won't fix. And if you think I'm in the wrong for making fun of a dead man, well, go fuck yourself. I happen to believe that desperate people, gays and Romani, are in fact people, and this guy was a disgrace of a human being. Being a shit driver doesn't absolve him from that. Now, I can already hear you through the screen. You did an Italian politician and you didn't do the man himself? Don't worry, we'll get to everyone's favourite 10th Dan Master of the Struggle Snuggle in a few videos' time. Honestly, he's going to need a much longer video.
Ai sera l'annine ma la sagliezza tutta addosso gran gradi più di piezza parlare un po' addosso poca goccia ma si buia da e l'onda corra piezza e l'onda suia ora guarda